I want to talk to you a little bit about a product that I sell. I'm an independent dealer of NextCentury and MTW. So I wanted to show a little bit about what the product that we use in the field and how what we sell and how what we use it for, and maybe some application that goes along the way. So today we're talking about an MTW MJ20 polymeter that has brass inlays. So when you would try to put a polymeter on those old corroded, meter couplings, sometimes we would strip out the poly. So MTW got wise and put the brass inlays, which has saved a lot of work and trouble for me. So thank you, MTW, for thinking about that. So this is what they call a pulse output meter. And anybody who's been in submetering long enough knows and heard that term somewhere along the line. These have been around the industry for 20 plus years, a pretty commonly used technology in this world. So this particular meter is what they call a pulse output 1:10 ratio, which means every 10 gallons it sends electronic pulse to the transmitter, which is you'll see attached to the meter there, which is another good feature the MTW thought about. You notice the transmitter attached to this has a little slide there. Most meters, and all meters except until MTW did this, now I see some other people doing it now too. Used to, you'd have to take the transmitter and mount it on the wall or strap it to the pipe. So MTW got smart and slide it right on there, and it attaches right to the meter. It's a much cleaner look and it's easy, less wire used. So very much a great feature they thought about. So this meter is a good workhorse. It's a good price point meter if you're looking for something that's not too expensive, won't break the bank, but works very well, and it's been proven commodity out there. So let's talk about NextCentury. So the name of my company is Integrity Meter Solutions, and I run a company that does service and installations and consulting and submetering all across the country. But we focus mainly here in Florida. Here I'm in the Tampa Bay area, and we also have a branch cut out of Phoenix. My son-in-law and my daughter live out there, and they run our West Coast branch out there. So anyway, that's a little bit about us and what we do. And so we brought NextCentury on because, be honest with you, they've really got a robust system that does a lot of things that the submetering world has been looking for. They listened to what the customers have been complaining about, and they brought it in and put it into this product. So let's talk a little bit about that. Attached to this meter is the NextCentury TR4. So let's talk a little bit about its features. So one of the things they thought about was that one of the issues we had out in the world is you have a pulse meter, which is what this is, but there's also a meter called encoded style, which there's a couple of the brands that use a different technology that that they used in the submetering world. So you'd have two different transmitters you have to order for depending what meter you're using. So NextCentury said, "No, we'll fix that," and made one transmitter work with both technologies. So that was a game changer for number one. Number two, this thing has great reception and great signal strength. So it's helped with not having to use so many network components out in the field and helping bring the cost down a little bit. So I don't have to put so many network components to get all these transceivers to come in. So it's a great transceiver and it works very well. So moving on along from another product from that. So that's a great product if you're looking for a price point thing to submeter your apartment or townhome or whatever you may be looking to do. They also make a product which has been great in the field is this NextCentury called the RR4, and it's a digital display. And you see a lot of this out in California. You see a lot of this in the commercial settings, and we have a lot of devices over the years we've used that display the read on the back of the field. And where this application happens is a commercial property, like you have a strip plaza, and they have usually their meters are up in the ceilings, so you can't see them. So we run a wire from the ceiling, run them outside of the building, and we'll connect this outside display, and we'll display the water meter read. The cool thing also did they make a second version of this. It's called the R4 TR, which is got the actually NextCentury transceiver built into it, so you can actually connect it to a wireless system of ours, and you can read it remotely. So you take the reading, having a physical read it out of play, but you still got the reading on this. You can still send somebody by there if they want to see the reading, or the tenant wants to get the read, they still can see that. So that's been a great product they brought to the market in the last couple of years. That's been very well received and working very well. Let's talk about the brains of all of it. So this is called the NextCentury Gateway, and they make two versions of this. It's called the GW4, and they also make a Gateway Lite. And really the only difference between the two is that the Gateway Lites only can handle up to 50 units for smaller properties, and then the full-blown Gateway can throw as many units as you need to at it. Let's talk a little bit about its features. One of the things it has, obviously, it connects to the internet. It has a power port for your power. Here's a Cat5 jack for your Ethernet, so you can hook right to your router. It also has a Wi-Fi connection, so if you do have Wi-Fi capability, you can do that as well. One of the great features it has built in is the cell technology. So there's a lot of properties like a commercial setting where they don't have maybe any kind of internet set up there for them. So we can use a cell option to turn that on. It's an additional cost that you can do. That's just a small fee per month that will turn a cell option on. We can still remote in, read the meters and some of the things like that. Also, let's talk about the repeater here, which is basically the next network component, which connects to the transceivers to the gateway. So the gateway has a reception and it goes out so far, but maybe you get a building or something that's out of range. Well, this is where the repeater comes in. I can put a repeater out there to help kind of boost the network signal so that these transceivers can connect to the repeater and the repeater connects it back to the gateway. So that's how we build the wireless network at different properties so that we can keep in contact with your transceivers at all times to know what meters are doing what. Is that gives you some other options. So one of the great options NextCentury has really done in listening to the submetering world is they built some leak detection built in here. They have some other options for notifications for people, so you can be really proactive in watching your properties, your commercial properties, finding leaks and catching them before they become a really big problem. So one of the things it does right out of the box, just on some of the basic functions, is you can have notifications sent to your property manager, to yourself, text yourself. If you see a unit that's been running water for more than 24 hours, it automatically notifies you, hey, there's an issue here. So you can get your plumber out there or talk to your tenant. Maybe it's just a toilet that's been stuck open, but whatever the issue is, it will catch it before it comes 30 days late, like the old days when you had to physically read meters. You wouldn't know there was a leak. You just you have to go out there and physically read the meter, and you get a 30-day read. You get it again. Oh, there's a lot of usage here, and you didn't catch anything. So you lost a lot of water, you wasted a lot of water, and you lost a lot of money. So now with this kind of technology and what we're able to do these days is that we can stop those things happening right before it comes a real big cost to you. And obviously, we don't want to waste all that water and conserve our water. So NextCentury's really thought about a lot of those things and put those into place and helping the submeter world advance as we've grown in technology. So that's a little bit about NextCentury, just kind of cover the basic. It does a lot more than that, but that's kind of the basis to cover we wanted to talk about today. I hope you enjoyed the show. Come back when James is on next week when we're back together. We'll be talking about some cool stuff. I think next week we're going to be talking about the basics of submeter and kind of what it is. We're going to be talking about some music stuff I think we got coming up about the Riot for Romance. If anybody knows about that, we'll be talking about that next week. And also, we're going to be talking about some stuff that's going to be some fun, like AI stuff, because we've been using AI in our business and how it's helped us develop some things and create things. So we're going to be kind of adding that into our show and talking about how AI can really maybe help your business with what we've done and how it can make you streamline some things you never probably didn't even think about. So from an end user, from an artist standpoint, from a musician standpoint, all those things are coming into play in this show. So we hope you get excited about what we're doing. We're excited to talk to you, and we'll see you next week. Come back and see us, and we'll have a fun time talking about whatever topic we pick this week. Have a great day.